And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Hey, campers. It is The Bonfire. We are live on a Monday.
You came out of the gates hot.
I'm hot. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95, the number 844-COMEDY-9. Contact us, The Bonfire, at SiriusXM.com. Also, follow us online at The Bonfire SXM. I'm your host, Big J. Oakerson. That's your host, Dan. Call him Dave Soder.
Ooh, since I was a baby, they've been giving me the wrong name. Yeah, dude, that was, you're a machine at starting the show now.
Am I good?
Yeah. I mean,
good.
we go back to episode 1 with Jacob petrified to look at us in the eyes, and we could barely say the right channel. You just fucking nailed it.
Lou hated us.
Look at the fundamentals that have been built into Jay.
Me and Christine were on the rocks. The whole
Constantly
thing was
fighting.
upside down.
Violent drugs were involved, and this thing saved us.
We're trying to get on Intervention Couples.
Dude, that show sucks, and I'm
It's
mad at
so
my roommate
good.
for making me watch it.
Vecchione.
Vecchione, we're like waiting for Billions last night, and then he puts on Intervention Codependent.
It's great.
And now I'm walking through life worried about Alex and Chris because I watched their story for a half hour.
So you have the wrong temperament for the show. You got to watch Intervention and go into it hoping the whole build-up is they're always going to show them however many days or months into rehab, like doing well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you have to hope for the writing on the screen at the end to let you know that it's all gone totally back to shit.
So that's what it was. What was happening was I was DVRing two things because I had vinyl DVRing. And, Time Warner, you can't switch because you have like two recording options.
DirecTV, you can do 5 things at once and
let me
watch
bring
something.
up our new sponsor, DirecTV. No, but on Time Warner, and I knew it was about to switch over because it gave me the warning of like, hey, cancel the recording of Billions or stay on Intervention Codependent.
Well, if you didn't have Time Warner like a trailer park garbage, then you wouldn't have this problem.
I live in a borough, Jay. That's all they give us. But it was switched over, but the writing was like, we were waiting, and it was like 10:50 or 9:59, and I was like, don't switch. And then it was finally like, she's back on drugs. We're like, ah! And then it switched over.
You didn't even get the payoff.
No, it just switched over.
Me and Finoichi watched one today.
You watched it during the day. That's even...
I fell asleep watching one last night where that family was falling apart. I think it was the same one you probably watched, and I didn't think it was going anywhere good. That was where the girl became a hooker.
Yeah, did the guy have the flat bill?
Yeah.
Flat bill Chris, I kept calling him because he was like SoCal.
Oh, yeah. He flipped his hat, and he was mad. The day of the intervention, they're always fighting with each other. That's the best.
Well, that's the couple one, but I've never seen... If you are over the age of 30 and you comfortably wear a flat-billed hat, like a baseball hat, flat-billed... I think it's also acceptable.
It wasn't flat, but though he had it flipped up suicidal tendency style.
You didn't see him when he got sober.
Oh, I didn't.
The bill flattened back out.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you come off junk.
I didn't realize his hat. Yeah, his hat is indicative of what's going on in his life.
You're like, dude, are you using? His bill's all over. He's like, no. What? Dude, I've been clean for like 3 days.
Are you sure, man?
Because your bill is pressed against your head right now.
You're like a Mexican skateboard kid hat right now, man. And I know what that leads to.
You look like the kid in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
It goes down. Can we bring Fenoya? Because we just watched one today. Mike Fenoya.
But real quick, my theory is if you have a flat-billed hat over 30, you're also allowed to have a soul patch.
You are allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Carrie Hart type thing.
Yes.
But you also...
We might as well just call it that.
Carrie Hart.
Or the X-Gamer. We'll call it that look.
Yeah, but you're not successful unless you own a tattoo shop, a skate and surf store.
Yeah.
Or you're a bartender in Breckenridge. That's
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 also
Travis.
what they are.
Yeah, totally.
So like, actually, what's pretty funny is grew up in Carlsbad, loved my life, just got addicted to surfing, and then I started skating. I got into like one of the third X Games, broke my tibia, things happened, and
got transcendent in the Tetons. Next thing you know, man,
I'm just up here in Breck, just loving life.
Living it, man.
Now I'm running online shopping for Ron John.
Yeah. This is my son. He lives in Denver. I don't really see him much, but
his name's Tatum.
But he's pretty cool. He's my light of my life.
The one Jay and I watched, there was this 9-year-old girl who had it more together than every adult I've ever met.
Yeah, she was eerily adult.
It was amazing. She was just like, I really want my parents to like focus and get it together so I can like go to school with clothes.
She's like 9 years old.
Dude.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think when you're like, home life is so shit that it just slingshots people into maturity.
Well, what's
like,
funny?
Hey, Dad, can you pull the needle out of your arm?
Yeah.
You got a conference with my 4th grade teacher.
What's funny is she is like that. She's like, I feel like I'm being cheated on. My parents are cheating on me with drugs. And then she goes, and then when it came intervention time, and she'd read her thing. She's like, Dad, I miss when we'd go to beach. We would find salamanders. Lots of salamanders.
That was fun.
Please get help.
You're all, linguistically, you're off the charts, but your writing and reading is...
That's what we said. And it's so funny because she cared so much about the dad. And then when it came to the mom, it was just like old hat. She's like, Mom, salamanders, camping, get better.
She's like, get help, you dummy.
Yeah. Dad, you light up my life. When I look at you, I see the person that I love the most and my hero.
Well...
Mom, thanks for the tit milk. We over this?
Thanks for letting me sleep in your vag for 9 months.
Yeah, thanks for letting me bake in your oven.
She, the wife on this one was fantastic. First of all, their names were Digger.
Yeah, Digger.
And Ann, I think.
Here's the thing about intervention, though. I don't like watching it because I know you said I go into the wrong temperament. It's because I care. I end up caring about these hunks of shit.
No, not me. I'm rooting for it to all go haywire.
Yeah, we were
by the
totally
end.
You
pulling
want
for
it to go
relapse.
bad.
Well, look, not in the grand scheme of the world. Like, I like the feel-good story at the end, but I'm always, like, that's the drinking game of it.
But you know what it is, though? That's intervention is the new, shows like that are the new Evel Knievel, like jumping over a fucking canyon.
Yeah.
Because you watch it like Crash, motherfucker. And I'm like, I hope they make it.
And I want them to make a spin-off about the guy that sits next to the drug addict on the flight to intervention.
Yeah, where he's like, so
Who's
what,
sitting next to
you're
that
doing this?
sweaty, shaky idiot. Can somebody get this person to Finlandia?
Anyways.
Making noises.
Hey, did they, when I fell asleep, did they put bugs in my blood? Because,
Anybody else's jaw locking up? It's the altitude. It's the altitude, right? I just gotta tell myself, it's the altitude.
once they depressurize the plane, I'll be back to normal.
What's that smoke?
Yeah, that's got to be the worst. Or the guy in the hotel room next to him the night before they film.
Completely
Just the walls are scratching. Are there rats in the walls here? That's just Digger going ape shit on our wallpaper.
Yeah.
Digger had to ride one of those little motorized scooters. Oh. Like he had his license, lost his license 3 days after losing it. His junkie girl wife. They have 3 kids. Started banging another junkie.
His best friend.
But he was getting her and her new dude dope. So they became
all hung out.
It was like Three's Company, but like Northern Cali dope version.
It sounds like both of you are explaining to me an early 90s rock song.
It's pretty much it.
Like lyrically.
Where was it? Like Weaseltown, California, Christine? What was the?
Weaverville. Here's the thing. The show starts. Digger used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough.
So tough.
Anna works the diner all day, working for her husband's best friend.
That's all intervention. That's every pitch of intervention.
Baby, it's okay.
Guys, our next episode's going to be Mr. Brownstone.
Suck it in the middle and I shot it in the middle.
We're going to bring in Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, they're just going through. Yeah, I don't like watching those.
Well,
because then I'm just bummed by the
Oh,
end.
this got great. So
How did it go? Did they get off drugs?
Yes.
And then after
But
50
not for long.
Yeah.
Digger's dad, who he lived with, also did drugs. He looked like, remember the video for Touch of Grey with the Grateful Dead where they were skeletons in clothes?
Of course I do. That's one of the only Grateful Dead videos
That's
ever.
what he looked like. I think it was the only Grateful Dead video
He
ever.
looked like a drum tech for the James Gang.
Yeah.
This guy was just all skin and bones and cigarettes.
It
Dude.
was
crazy.
It was freaky looking, and that was Digger's dad.
He named his son Digger.
They make the dad go to rehab, or they ask him if he wants to. He takes them up on that. Digger goes to rehab. The mom agrees to go to rehab, and then the guy, the best friend who she's fucking now, goes, I don't want her to worry about me. I want her to get herself well, and this is a real shot in the arm for me too. You know, I realize now that I also have to get myself clean. You know, as she's walking to the car, we were making jokes, and he's like, hey, if you're gonna go to rehab now, can I have your junk?
Yeah.
Speaking of shot in the arm, can I boot up?
Hey, you didn't happen to throw it out, right? That's pretty careless. I mean, I don't mean to be this guy, but you're going to rehab. You're not going to need it.
Terminal C, leave it in the trash can.
Oh my God, if they give you any sort of like methadone or anything, just hide it in your sock. Because what I'm going to do is when you get out, which you will, and come back here, I'm going to boot it. I'm going to boot the methadone out.
So she goes to rehab. Digger goes to rehab. Looks fantastic. Becomes head of the exercise thing. He's jacked almost.
He became captain of the bocce team. It was
really?
He got all into it.
He did great.
Yeah.
He did really great. And then the mom did great too. And she was like, when I come out, I'm just going to be friends with Digger. The other guy's out of my life because I don't need a man. I still need to be a strong, independent woman. They Skype Digger's dad, who looks like a different human being. He looks fantastic. And I was like, wow, this is really great. But come on, reality. Digger held together for a little bit, relapsed, but he's back on good. He's good. Mom came out 2 days later, fucking saw the best friend again, her husband's best friend. Yeah. Just right back. She's gone, back on smack. And then the dad came home and immediately went back on shit too.
So it all failed.
Oh, me and Mike high five. We went and smoked
it's incredible.
bucks.
Yeah, we talked about our favorite episodes. I think my favorite one of all time is when the girl gets high on computer cleaner. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, it's I'm Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is that what it's called?
I think that's probably the biggest crossover episode.
Is that the name of the episode?
No, she just does it. Someone edited. That was like one of the first internet videos I remember being like, "This is hilarious." Whoever made this, because she waxed that keyboard cleaner, and then she goes, "It feels like I'm walking on sunshine." And then someone put it to that song.
Yeah, she has to go like cop. She goes, "I'm going to go cop from the Home Depot."
Yeah.
He's drug addicts.
Turn it, Christine.
All of the chemicals that are supposed to be like cleaning electronics, she just inhales the whole thing in her mouth.
Yeah.
She's the only one that
It's like a classic one.
It's like I'm walking on sunshine.
She's almost got like, hold on, pause that real quick. That's the whole thing about her is like she's got that whole energy of like, I'm a fun mom, but really her brain is just so.
She's the only one that calls aisle 6 happy hour.
She's like, oh, look who's here. It's me again. Everybody knows my name.
But she's sort of a cute chick, and then when she takes computer dust, it's like the Black Hole Sun video. Like her eyes start.
Yeah, she's the Norm of fucking Office Depot. She comes in. Yeah, sure. That's her cheers.
Keep playing it.
The chemical content is called toluene. Avoid skin contact with
hold on real
liquid.
quick. I always love that drug addicts that are addicted to shit like this, like they all have a fucking basically a chem degree.
Yes, they totally.
Like, this right here is triglyceride forfin. What it is it locks up some certain receptors in the brain, and you're like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm gonna go huff this in my car out in front of a Best Buy.
It's like model glue, and it's like all on their fingers all the time.
They sound brilliant.
They're just rough. Yeah.
Just got a ball of Rebel scrubbed cement.
Well, what's crazy about this is the compounds actually react differently to sunlight. If
drug addicts do love to talk like chemistry of their drug of choice. It's amazing.
The shelf name, the retail name is modeling group. It's polytrimethylide.
Number 3.
You know, basically you can go in.
And it really mixes in with where's everybody at?
Why is the sky falling down?
That was just that model glue wrapping around my Abdullah oblongata.
My temporal lobe is really muffed up at this point.
I completely blacked out 4th grade. Don't remember it.
I don't know if you've looked at the call screen yet, but this is going to be exciting for everyone. And what's great is Jacob, working the phones for the first time ever, apparently thinks that my Philly crush from high school was a large black woman named Dinessa.
Or not only that, but also a Greek goddess.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob, you've heard the stories already about this.
Jacob, you get on the microphone. You've been gone.
I've been gone, and I'm answering phones fast and furious.
Because you got to earn your keep back.
Right. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's okay. I don't like your new thick mustache attitude.
You're coming in here. You're just proposing to get shaved. You're way too willy nilly.
It's gonna be so great. We're gonna decorate him up, but it looks like my high school crush
is on the phone.
Is on the phone. Are you ready for that? Should we take this? This is gonna be great.
Yes, we should.
This is gonna be fantastic. Janessa.
Yes.
Yes. What's up? Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
What's going on with you? I'm just kicking it here.
Sleeping over at my friend's house, first watching a bunch of scary movies, drinking beers.
We were just working out, but I heard you were on the phone. So.
Cool. We were just talking about like where we're going to go this summer. Possibly going to go to like a different country and drink beers.
Let me just put my shirt back on.
This is my friend Dan, and that's Mike.
Hi, Janessa.
Oh, hey.
Hi, how are you?
Christine's here, but she doesn't mean anything to me.
Say hello, Christine.
Hi, Janessa.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
I think we actually briefly met each other backstage at the Impractical Jokers show. But was probably too physically intimidating.
It'd be so great if she just hooked up with you, Dan.
No, yeah. I'm like, she's great.
She's a really cool chick, really open.
You're like,
what's going on?
He's been ripping my ass on his talk show.
Well, this is the talk show.
Yeah.
And I've been doing what?
Into it.
I said you've been making me out like I'm a mean girl.
No, not at all. Don't you dare say that.
Oh, yes.
No, not at all. I just said you paid no attention to me back in high school. None.
Like, Jay, that's such a lie.
No, it's not a lie. What it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I bet. How many times did I ask you out? Probably 30,000.
Janessa,
You never did.
he never did. Janessa, how you doing? Dan Soder, formerly MTV2's Guy Court. I could probably clean this up pretty quickly.
Shed some light.
Now again, I'm working pro bono on this because I care about a little thing called love, bridging the past. Again, as Jay said, there's nothing between him and Christine. It's all business. Okay,
it's all biz.
It's all kayfabe. All right, we all know what that means. Now, Janessa, you're saying Jay never asked you out. Is that correct?
I don't think I know.
You know for a fact that Jay never asked you out.
There's no way that's possibly
Not
true.
like that growing up. No.
It was not like that growing. You never felt that, Jay?
Really
Entertainment Radio, not right now. You say that.
Hello, he talked about Samantha Montemani, Melissa Patrizio.
Samantha.
Dude, how great are these names?
If you
Have a last name
don't
basis.
isolate that clip, I will slap you in the mouth with it. All right, so you're saying he was into Samantha.
Samantha Montevani was nice.
All right.
She was good. But no, Janessa was she was the one. She was the one that I was
And you
all
say that.
through. Oh, yeah. All
I mean,
through high
since
school.
the time I've known you, you've always said Janessa was your biggest crush.
Because it's also a great name to have your high school crush.
Fantastic name. Just like Stephanie Holmes is a great name. My crush.
Or Danielle Capola.
Ah, God, yeah. You just go through real names. It's great. Now,
I mean, Samantha Montevani is a pretty funny one, too.
But Janessa, do you realize that Jay might have been talking about Samantha, maybe trying to loosen you up to see if you had any feelings for Jay?
Oh, listen, she's right. I gave it a whirl with all the pretty girls, and at least like writing a note to, but none of them said yes, ever.
Ever.
Well, Melissa Patrizio is the one. I tell you, she's the one that melted my sunglasses in a microwave. In the microwave.
It's the greatest story of all time.
It's maybe one of the greatest stories ever.
Yeah, but who went with you at the Laughing House? Huh? Any of them?
It's called the Laugh House. Show some respect for the only black comedy club in Philadelphia. You did go with me, but that was not like.
Janessa, we're going.
She was unimpressed. I think, although it was funny because she went with me way early in open mic times.
That's a terrible time.
When I'm on stage, still going like, "What up? Will you ever talk to a bitch up in a club?"
Was this
taking off my pants days? Probably. Did I get undressed on stage that night?
Oh, God, no.
Okay. Gosh, she's still just keeping it ice cold. But, Janessa, I need to know something as your Guy Court lawyer. Did you ever feel like Jay had feelings for you?
No.
You didn't. You didn't see that at all.
There's no way that's possible.
Did he write you notes, or did he make you mixtapes?
No, he was.
This is my co-counsel, Mike Fenoya. So what were you saying? He didn't make you miss?
No, because he was like a jokester. He would joke about everything.
Well, sometimes
You never took him seriously.
She sure didn't. And she sure didn't take me seriously. No, I absolutely asked you. I remember it's so funny whenever it comes on my iPod because I always laugh about the story. There was like a night.
I know, mixed edition, pretty brown eyes. I heard it.
Yeah, I know you heard it, but there's a gazillion people listening. Probably millions, if I'm guessing.
Janessa, also, can I just say, I'm very impressed with your defense. You almost have a full court press to shut Jay down.
She's almost angry. If I would have asked you out in high school, would we have been going out?
No.
Keeping it real.
Why did you call?
Keeping it real.
That's fantastic.
You cut him off too much. You would drive me nuts.
Because why?
Because he cuts you off too much.
Oh, he cuts you off when you're talking, honey. Let's just have a cup of coffee.
Dan, let me talk right now.
Baby girl, I've been doing a show with him for 7 months. If you want to get a cup of coffee and talk about that, we can. Janessa, so there's no shot. Did Jay ever have a chance?
No, I was the fat kid, dude. Yeah, I was the fat kid in school.
I went with the wrong type of guys.
What kind of guys did you go with? Big head,
I
deep
went with
voice?
like the jerks, the
jerks.
The thin guys.
The sleaze bags, the dweebos, the gearheads.
Mm-hmm.
No, there was no gearheads.
Jay was too nice.
Jay was
too nice.
too nice.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
because Janessa, you have to understand this is a treat that you've called into the bonfire because oftentimes we try to break down how we were just crushed in high school by girls and why we pretty much developed into the people we are now, harassing the Golf Channel across the hallway.
We've become full-blown degenerates, thank you.
We're bullies, and we just want to know where the root of it is. So my question to you is, so Jay never had a shot, but did you like hanging out with him because you kind of felt like he gave you special attention?
We didn't really hang out. I was in school. It was like school bullshit.
So it was only school bullshit.
Yeah. But this is what I told her after the Impractical Joker show, and she seemed baffled by it, was when she would wear my starter jacket. That was a big thing.
That's a huge thing.
And I would be like, that was all day, just freezing cold all day, but looking over and being like, yeah, keep my baby warm.
My baby girl.
Yeah, I know, but I had my own starter jacket, so.
Oh, man.
I know, that broke my heart. I almost feel like you got that starter jacket just so you didn't have to wear mine anymore.
She goes, there, I finally got one. Now fuck off.
This one smells like McDonald's.
Yeah.
She tied yours around her waist. What advice do you have for the little Jays out there that are trying to impress their little Janessas?
Kill yourself.
Yeah, what could Jay have done differently, Janessa, in high school to make a better impression on you?
Killed the principal.
No, to just be honest and just tell me.
But you said
it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked. If you would have been honest, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, but he makes it like I honestly didn't know he felt that way.
You're the only person.
Straight up honest.
You're the only person in all of school that didn't know that.
Everyone else knew.
I told my grandmother that she had a tragedy in her family. I just made up a tragedy in Janessa's family, so she would let me use her credit card to send her flowers for, like, I don't know if it was like Valentine's Day or something, like whatever it was.
Janessa, do you remember getting flowers from Jay?
No.
She doesn't even remember. That's great.
Hold on. Janessa, seriously, you don't remember getting flowers from Jay?
No.
Oh, God.
Also, are you eating a hard candy?
Yes, I am. I have a sore throat. I'm sick right now, and I'm still calling in.
You have a Werther's Original in your mouth right now?
I sent her flowers.
That's
and
amazing.
I called like 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, calling up to be like, "Hey, did you get those flowers?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I got them a couple days ago. They're great.
They're dead now.
Yeah, they're dead.
They stay.
I didn't water them.
I kept them out front where they left them.
I didn't water them. That was fantastic.
Janessa, I can't believe you don't remember the flowers.
Janessa, if life falls apart for you completely right now and everything goes haywire and you lose your family and they've turned their backs on you, would I have a chance now?
Sure.
Hey!
Now, let's sweeten the deal a little bit.
Rock bottom Oakerson.
All right. Let's say you go real intervention on this. I mean, the government steps in, takes away your kids, your house.
You're just booting up black tar.
You're somewhere in Delco, just asking for money outside of a Wawa. Jay comes strutting along outside of an Escalade, driving him to a theater show. He's one of the most successful comedians, probably a millionaire now. Does he have a shot?
Well, that doesn't really. I mean, I'm happy for him and I'm proud of him, but I'm not that type of person that.
Okay, again, you're outside of a Wawa, so you're not.
Let's remember, we are going to change your life. You are outside of a Wawa.
I mean, so we're not talking about right now. You're not sitting there with your, with your Werther's Original.
You don't have your own starter jacket anymore.
Your Ricola is not soothing your throat. Again, you are outside of a Wawa and you are addicted to hard drugs. Does Jay have a shot?
No.
I think you're going too wishy-washy. You're John Kerrying us. Because one minute you're saying sure, and then you're saying no.
She said sure if life just falls apart on her.
I mean...
Yeah, but if you have her down in the real dumps, here's the thing. I'm not the guy. I'm not going to get her drugs. Yeah. She's looking for some scrawny weirdo, like that girl in Intervention we were talking about. Yes. She's looking for a scrawny weirdo who's going to, drive around in a camper and get them drugs. Who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
Is that a new chick?
Who's that girl?
We know it's the same one every time, Jake. Yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke.
So we've done it every episode.
if Jay didn't interrupt you during a story outside of Wawa, all booted up, then he has a chance?
Oh, excellent point, co-counsel. What if he becomes a good listener?
No, it's Dan that interrupts.
Yeah, but,
I interrupt.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Dude, she's trying to break shit up, man.
Janessa, I'm sorry.
Things are getting crazy now.
I get your power now. I get what you do.
Yeah, she's good. It was just so funny. So, like, 15 minutes into meeting Janessa, I said, Rob May, you went down with me, another comedian.
Yeah.
You know, Rob. And he was like, he just started laughing. He goes, she still doesn't want to fuck you. He's just like, all right, good. Hang out here and I'll be over there and whatever. Good to see you, sort of.
But you...
Jay carved Janessa forever into his stomach to wild horses by the Sundays.
I did.
Maybe if you worked your wife good, she wouldn't be all over my stick.
Well, I'm not trying to impress you, Janessa, but since high school, I've had sex like 5 or 6 more times.
It's pretty cool.
And I'm pretty good at it now, so...
Maybe if your stories were more interesting, he wouldn't have interrupted you.
I was
turned the
interrupting.
tables.
She said I was doing it.
Yeah, Dan's the interrupter.
I thought you weren't a good listener in high school, and that's why you didn't get a chance with her.
I was a great listener. That's all I was. I was every girl's gay friend.
Janessa, did you talk to Jay on the phone a lot in high school?
A little bit.
On Total Phone?
A little bit, but I mostly told them in class.
Just in class. Did you ever cheat off him?
No.
Okay. I wasn't that kind of kid. There was African kids and Asians you could do that off
Pretty
of.
sure you cheat off of me.
Oh.
I did cheat off you. That's what I would say when I'm just staring at you. You turn around. What are you doing? I go, looking at your test.
Just looking at your... I've been finished for 15 minutes.
I'm looking at your test under your boobs.
Mm-hmm. Would you keep your answers in between your boobs?
I'm lost in your test.
Well, we were a love that was never meant to be. Well, that's all right. Christine, you're second best.
Hey, you know?
Thanks, Jay.
Silver medal. Janessa, and I won't interrupt your answer this time, but would you say you're proud of Jay?
Yeah, I told him that, so...
Well, see?
And he knows I did. He could deny that shit all he wants.
She is straight up Philly, dude.
I love it.
Cannot take the Philly out of the girl.
Do you smoke?
No.
No, I'm sick.
Oh, yeah, you're sick. She's got the Ricola.
She doesn't smoke. She's a dancer, bro.
But dancers don't smoke?
Mike, stop attacking her.
I don't like how she treated you, man.
No, man.
I want to go back in time and put this together.
This is one thing I will interrupt, is you two fighting.
I just care about him so much.
She gets me wound up, Dan. Why, you got a problem with her? Because she's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you haven't been close enough to smell her hair that smells like apples.
I believe she uses Kiehl's products. I gotta go. She's everything to me. Janessa, it looks like your life is doing fantastic. You're a dance teacher. You got a super cool husband. Kids, the whole deal. You found the right one. You don't want to be living my life out there. Red carpets, wheeling, dealing.
You don't want all the publicity and all the...
I own a dance studio, Jay.
Right.
Oh. What's your studio got to do with me?
Oh, that's pretty good.
I've smoked weed with Coolio once.
What?
So name everything I did.
I don't know if you're on a little thing called Twitter.
I have Joey Fatone's phone number, and I'll tell you what, if I had that when we were in high school, we would have fucked then. Joey Fatone's phone number, that'd have been huge in high school.
Massive.
That'd have been massive.
First off, that's a landline.
First off, you have his mansion number.
You have the number of Casa de la Fatone.
I'll be honest, I could just page 2 of the 5 Backstreet Boys right now. Janessa, you're still beautiful, and I love you. Thank you for having me at your fundraiser. I hope you raised a lot of money, and I hope you had a good time that night.
Thanks.
Oh, Janessa, I'm sorry I interrupted you so much.
No, you don't interrupt me. You interrupt him on the show.
I interrupt Jay?
Yeah, enough.
Oh, you're right.
Let me monologue.
I'm going to let you go.
Jesus.
Well, for someone who didn't have feelings for Jay, he just put negative feelings on me.
She's not going to fuck any of us in this room.
She just came out and laid out the whole staff.
Christine, it's up to you. You have to fuck Janessa now and tell us all what it's like.
And start treating her better.
Who, Christine?
Yeah, you.
I treat her fantastic.
He treats her great.
I treat her so good. All body shots. I never show it on the face.
I would say a joke, but I'm afraid of interrupting you.
Well, you broke Dan down. Good job, Janessa.
I can't even do a voice to get out of it.
Oh, thank you so much for calling, and call back anytime. Keep listening. Hey, if we play a little Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition.
I wanted to see you guys slow dancing.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
I don't feel like doing much dancing right now.
You broke Dan down. He's in a corner in the fetal position, holding his knees, rocking back and forth.
I'd probably just cut it anyways.
Mint Condition. Ooh.
I'm feeling better.
Oh. Oh.
I'm feeling much better.
Oh, Soder, did she dance so much better than me? She was doing a way too complicated movement. What's this weird drum beat in the background? Are you playing two songs at once?
It's a live version.
Oh, I don't want the jazzed up. I don't want them on a cruise liner.
Really?
Live version? Where's that happening? Last week?
Sit in on this one?
It happened here at Sirius XM Studios.
Oh, mint condition got up here?
I have to go teach class, so I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, Jay.
No, I'm good. Now you've broken down Dan, which makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Janessa, but hey, I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah!
Oh, let's go to break.
Let's go to break.
Let's go cover it.
I'm gonna go break off in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm gonna watch.
It's the Bonfire.
And I'm not gonna interrupt.
It's the Bonfire.
Hi, guys.
And now back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Hardest working man in show business, James Brown, Mondays. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. Yeah, boy. And if you want to know payback, we just took the money that Comedy Central gives us for this radio show and bought Janessa's dance studio. And we're going to turn it off into a jerk-off quarters.
With big bay windows so all the fucking neighbors see.
I'm just kidding. It's going to be called Dan Cuts In. I'm going to open my own dance studio where I just cut in on everyone's dances.
Just like little kids dancing, just cut them off.
And I go, excuse me.
I think she does like those like little kid like dance troops that show up on America's Got Talent types there.
Oh, I got it. Like dance moms. I got real hot.
Yeah.
I ate a couple too many edibles one time in a hotel room and watched about 3 hours of dance moms.
Why?
Because I was terrified.
And that was the only thing making you not afraid
It was
anymore?
the only thing. It was like the nightlight on in the room.
I need a 7-year-old wearing fringy gloves.
No, because no matter how high I was, I just kept remembering it was ridiculous this woman was yelling at children for dancing. So I was just like
terrifying.
No, but I was in my bed and I was like, "Oh, this is funny. I'm not as crazy as her, even though I'm crazy right now."
Yeah, you can never be as crazy as those stage moms or dance moms.
Stage mom is 4 heavy doses of edibles.
Whoa.
And even that, I'm like, oh, I'm not that bad.
I was on Z-Rock, man. I told her I was on Z-Rock. There was a mom with one of her kids there that was bragging about her 8-year-old son's, like, he's got so many girlfriends. And she kept talking to us, and finally we was like, is he fucking them yet? And she's like, oh my God, no. I'm like, then why do you keep telling me about girls he knows? He's 8.
So many girlfriends.
You wouldn't believe how much.
He is 9 years old. He's contracted chlamydia. He's got type 2 herpes.
Wait here. Thatcher, come here.
Thatcher, tell the nice man about your blood diseases. I got the hepatitis.
Show me your HPV.
I don't like to fuck with hats on, and so I got hepatitis.
Those pills are huge.
I'm this many, and I have this many STDs.
I've had crabs this many.
I like Christmas and blowing out backs. I suck pussy like a champion.
This bib's not just for food.
Yeah.
This is my pee-pee, and it makes the girls go crazy. It's not necessary, but I prefer squirtles. They call my dick DMT because it's the last thing you see before you die. We fucking snowballed this until he's a murderer too.
That's got weird.
It's already a robbery. Don't make it a murder. I'll put you in the ground. I must look like a little boy that does give a fuck. Go on and fight. It makes me finish faster.
This is where we always just keeps getting darker and darker.
You got to check out the documentary Trophy Kids. It's incredible. Remember we watched that, Jay?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Have you seen that one? It's like parents that like radically put their kids through like their sports.
No, but I watched The Short Game. Have you watched that?
No.
The Short Game, it's similar, but it's about children golf tournaments. And it's like Anna Kournikovas' brother's in it, and there's like but the parents are highlighted because there's like this guy from New England, like Boston, who's just like a Boston dad, and his daughter's amazing at golf. But he's like, every fucking Saturday we're out there Whack it away.
Yeah, there was
fucking going nuts.
There was
these fucking parents were absolutely bananas.
You think you're supposed to use a 9 in there?
Yeah, fuck.
You hump of shit.
Oh, you're gonna fucking fail right in front of me. You think
twin sons with that mother who thought that
those boys had like
no
fucking
life.
Botox faces. They were just like vapid,
no emotion. They would
tennis
win.
machines.
Dude, they played singles and doubles, and they made it to the singles finals. And instead of playing each other, they both forfeited because neither of them could be a winner. They needed to win together as a team.
And the moms, that's more of a deeper issue. And the mom's
Fucking
like crazy religious, but like the golf dad in that documentary was he calls his daughter, who's a little kid, who's if my daughter at 8 years old could drive a golf ball any distance and make connection with an accurate swing, I'd say she was a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
This girl's playing a good game, and he's like, he calls her like a stupid bitch.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking bitch. He's like, if you ever talk to me like this in front of people again, we're fucking gonna come back here and practice more.
Christine, can you find the trailer for this?
Yeah, it's called Trophy Kids.
Is this it? What year is it from?
2015, I believe.
Oh,
it's brand new on Netflix.
Yeah,
Year of Our Lord, 2015.
AD. His daughter's half black, half Asian, so I think.
This music's very dramatic, but it's just a production company.
Yeah, Mance Media. Why don't you slow it down a little bit?
Every parent wants their kid to be a superstar. Get the kid to buy into your dreams.
With his talent. Time out. That dad is in the short game.
Is he?
The golf tournament.
He's in the golf movie. That guy double dips on shitty parents.
So he made a career out of being a shitty dad on camera.
Yes and no. You guys need a real shit dad? I'll be in both your movies.
He signed up for two.
Nah, there was no exclusivity on that other one.
My lawyer went through it, and I am the shittiest dad, so I can be in all the movies.
Any black guy who has a biracial kid now believes he could become a golf legend.
Yeah, well, they all get their Earl Woods on.
With my black superpowers and you're something else.
Yeah, then
we could make.
Now, here's how you do it.
Your trigonometry.
If you're going to make a biracial baby that you are going to bleed money out of, you need to make sure that other race is capable of either A, hard work, or pure determination. What I'm saying is, find yourself a Latin or an Asian woman. White women, they just get chunky. You're going to have a mixed baby who's going to get fat by the time it's 15, playing the tuba by the time it's 16, and he'll be a wash. You need an Asian or a Mexican or a Cuban baby.
I think that girl's half Mexican.
Is she?
Yeah, I could tell because she's mowing the greens right before she puts.
Hey.
She's mowing
No, that's a very sensitive.
Mexicans over there.
That's a very sensitive subject. Hit play, please.
What he has, he can be as successful as he wants to be.
To get recruited by a D1 school, the scholarship is the goal.
The covenant that I'm making with God is that you be #1 in the world in tennis.
Well, I didn't have a dad growing up, but once I saw my son born, I'm never not going to be there. Pull your head out of your ass, dude. Seriously.
Can you be any stupider? How dumb?
Hold on,
I love
that
him.
guy might be my favorite.
Love him. He's great. And you want to know what's amazing is in the beginning, he's the nut job. But then as it goes, there's two dads that are involved with that same basketball team.
Yeah.
And like the one guy's cool and chill in the beginning. And then he just gets batshit crazy towards the end.
You know what's amazing? That guy's like 50-something years old. He has frosted tips.
Yeah. You know what they should put in there? They should edit in the mom, Ray Finkel's mom from Ace Ventura.
What a sports night, huh? Everyone knows it's that damn Dan Marino.
The guy, the golf dad is, the girl cries nonstop.
Let me tell you something right now. Watching this trailer, someone who's watched the short game, he does that bit in the short game.
Yeah, he's like, you just lost your Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets crazy.
And by the way,
while she's putting, he's standing over her shoulder like, don't mess it up. Don't you dare mess this up for me.
He finds himself in that documentary. So this is horse shit. I want to find out who this dad is.
I know.
Because he's winning worst dad of the year.
And he wants her to be like this amazing athlete. He still has to drink Kool-Aid, but that's the black.
Well, come on. Jay. Hit play.
I'm going to smack you in your mouth.
I want to be rewarded
your mouth.
somehow, some way.
What if I didn't do everything I could to help them realize their dreams?
It's a great documentary.
I just see so much more in you, man. That's all. You know, man, I see more.
Wait, now go find the short game and I want to find out who this dad is. We're going to cross-reference this motherfucker.
It makes me so glad that my dad basically just like stood. When I played football, my dad wouldn't stand with the other dads. He stood in the end zone, arms crossed, and just stared at me. And I just knew he was there.
Wait, that's what you're... Wait, hold on real quick.
Mike's dad's got a great staring face, too.
Wait, your dad...
mug of coffee face?
Your dad would just stand at the back of the end zone?
He stood in the end zone. Yeah, like right...
That's psychotic.
Yeah, well, it was because he was... Yeah, he didn't want to talk to the other parents, but at the same time, he wanted to, like...
Know that you knew that he was there scaring the shit out of him.
Exactly, basically.
You cannot look proud of your kid when you have a Wilford Brimley mustache.
That is
It's
true.
impossible.
It's true.
It's impossible.
It looks like at every moment you want to go, no.
He looked like a young
So you're always frowning. You're like, man, that was a good touchdown, but
you could have ran a little faster.
Maybe if you didn't have diabetes.
Yeah, but what my dad is, my dad went to the end of the end zone and then just kept going until he was in a bar in Northern California. And then my dad would go, yeah, every offseason my dad would go, of course I'm going to come see you play this year.
Dude, my dad never saw me play a sport once, ever. And then when I was 17, he took me out in the backyard, teach me how to box, and that just meant he punched me in the chest a bunch, so I just quit. And I was like, all right.
And then Janessa the next day at school was like, why is your chest all sensitive?
Yeah. I'm blowing you, Dad.
And he gave me your starter jacket, so now it's mine. Yeah.
He told me my dad's real big on taking and giving coats. That's how he measures his love.
Yeah. Your dad left
the giving and taking of coats.
Yeah, and now he gave it to me.
He said I could have it. I know he took it off layaway for you, but now he said I could have it.
Now it's my coat. So basically I'm your stepmom.
Janessa became my stepmom. That's the Bill and Ted story.
And you got to go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we're moving up your bedtime because I don't want you to hear me getting railed up by your pop.
I don't want you bringing it up in biology tomorrow. This is the short game. This is the same dad. Now,
And this is all about golf.
Christine, can you go past the... No, yeah, you can let it play. It's too much... Oh, is it on Netflix also?
Dude, it's great.
Netflix is killing it.
This is one of my favorite documentaries I've ever seen.
Trophy Kids was one of mine, too. I love this shit.
It's very visual. It's very visual.
Yeah.
The same kid.
That's the kid.
Her. But she's younger. That's her. Mm-hmm. That Asian kid's awesome. Oh, man, the South African guy, or the guy from Africa.
World Championship. Kids coming all over the world, so that's why it's so amazing.
These little boys and girls are much better than my wife and I are. We would be embarrassed to carry their bag.
How much of it is luck and how much of it is skill?
50%.
Pause this for a second. Soder, are you saying that this is all about bad parenting, or is it actually about just good kid golfers and there happens to be some bad parents?
That's exactly what it's about.
Oh, is it a great one then? See, I like to watch, again, much like Intervention, I like to watch lives falling apart. I do not like build-up stories.
Well, here's the great thing is this documentary is great because you see shitty parents that are pushing their kids, and then you see some kids that just love it, and this is just what they do, and they like actually, and they're like good kids.
Yeah, but like that half-black golfing little girl is going to be like a murderer or like, you know, or like bite a guy's dick off and say he was trying to rape her.
Well, that's what's crazy is in Trophy Kids, she's older. So this was filmed after this, and in this movie, that dad has a meltdown.
Well, it seems like this was made in, this was 2013, Trophy Kids was 2015. I wonder if that guy motivated whatever filmmaker to be like, we need to find another bunch of wingnut parents.
Sir, you are a star.
Now listen, I like watching parents and interact with their children. Let me tell you, I've seen some assholes. You're the biggest.
You are the best.
Do you think you could tell your little daughter that you will hit her in the mouth on camera?
You are one good asshole, but with my help, you could be the best.
We're going to turn you into a dad that social services will immediately follow up with an interview after this movie is shot. No matter the editing, we're going to make you into a piece of shit.
You are a real a-hole. Yeah, those dads, dude, the two dads, the basketball dads, get the fucking coach fired.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it, but yeah, they get the cut.
Spoiler alert, Bruce Willis is dead.
He didn't end up, his kid didn't get enough time, they didn't win the championship, and he rallies all the parents, and they're like, this guy's been here long enough, get rid of him. And he was like a teacher with like 15 years tenure. He was like a great coach.
Well, I just wanted the boys to
swear
learn
to
about
God.
competition.
Really? He's like, all I wanted was these boys to just learn about basketball and have fun, and they give them opportunities. And the dad's like, "You're not letting my kid cross him over."
That's what it is. It'd be funny if and it showed all of his former players are all like all-star NBA players. We're like, "Oh man, coach changed my life."
Oh, Indy, that call's great.
Yeah, take it. Sarah in Indianapolis. I can say it.
Indy.
Sarah.
Hey guys.
What's up, sweetie?
Hey.
How you doing, Sarah?
Actually, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. We're ups and downs. You know?
We all just got a little got our own cock stuffed in our mouth by Janessa a little bit ago. If you were listening, but
Janessa came through and just popped me right on the nose.
Came through the phone and just popped you on the nose.
But we're doing okay otherwise, I think. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. My dad, I played softball in the summertime.
Lesbo.
And my dad, yeah, I kind of was for a little while.
Were you really? Did he really call that?
Yes.
Good for you, Sarah. You're like something about hitting an oversized baseball over a shorter fence. Really makes you want to go down on
Makes you want to
chick.
bash clams with some chicks.
Slide hard into home.
That was a good double header. Why don't we take this one back to my house?
You guys want to take this aluminum bat ass to ass?
What if baseball made everybody gay? Just that game just made like all the guys that played baseball are like, honey, I don't know what it was, but after you went hitless in the first 5 innings, I was like, I'm gonna suck this guy off in the clubhouse.
Just bunt and skip home.
Yes, steal home, and I mean steal it.
I mean take it, bitch.
take wiggle.
So your dad was like crazy into your playing.
Yeah, my dad was a drunk, so
that's softball is the sport of drunks.
Sarah, the sad thing is I feel like he would have just had this much energy in anything you did. You're like, my dad was a tiger dad. I played the cello. Well, he was a drunk.
Well, I also played volleyball. He got kicked out of those games too, so whatever.
He used to get kicked out. Did you watch this Trophy Kids documentary?
I have not yet.
You got to check it out. So he would get kicked out of your games.
And also when he would get kicked out of the volleyball games, when he would drunkenly stumble out of the door, would his shoes squeak on the hard tile?
Oh my gosh, it was terrible. Terrible.
He didn't have shoes on.
Squeak.
All I could do was hang my head.
Did he ever peel down, take his shirt off, and say he was going to fight the ref?
Yeah. What's the most?
No.
Sorry.
No, the best part was my dad they would like, you have to leave the field, and he would go to the car, which was just past the field, and he would like scream from the car.
Jesus.
I'm like, are you kidding me, Dad?
What would he yell at you? Well, it's one thing. Hold on. This is a quick question. Was he yelling supportive things?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on, honey, I got $1,000 on this game.
I got some real violent men looking for me if you drop this one.
Hey, baby, if you score this run, all the muff you can handle. I'm taking you to Tijuana on a clam tour.
I got your season tickets to the WNBA.
Well, his support was more along the lines of, that bitch robbed you, hit her with a bat.
Wow. That guy's a badass.
Oh,
I'm a happy camper.
Is your dad Jeff Gillooly?
I keep picturing Buttermaker.
My dad was terrifying to everyone. My dad was 6'8" and weighed like 400 pounds. So everyone was afraid of him. Yeah.
So you're half Cyclop, or your father's like?
Oh yeah.
I come from a town over here. I've had too much tree wine. I must go sit down. I've had to. Your dad, the Cyclops, is a psycho.
Your dad just wears a toga and carries a large wooden bat.
Oh no, Sarah's dad's here.
Hey, Hagrid, go wait in your car.
I can't drive a car.
I had to have my front seat removed. Ho, ho, ho. 3, 5, 4 from hit that whore with your bat.
So, Sarah, make sure you strike out that girl. She's that pesky Jack and that beanstalk sister.
Are you gonna let that fat pig come between you and scoring a run?
For every hit you get, I eat a whole goat.
He just picks up kids and rips them in half over his head. This whore's a cheater. I am judge, jury, and executioner.
I am the Cyclops of Sarasota of Indianapolis.
Oh wow, that sucked. Do you get along with him now?
He actually passed in 2007.
Oh, thank God.
Better than ever.
Yes.
What was it, gigantism?
Did someone sling a rock and hit him in the eye?
Did somebody cut down his beanstalk?
Oh, Sarah, terrible news.
It's something ridiculous. He goes, I have a minor staph infection in my pinky toe.
Turns out I have to fight a man named David. They've called me Goliath.
He was killed by slingshot rock. We're just kidding, Sarah. I'm very sorry about your father.
I'm sorry, Sarah. If it means anything to you, I also am a member of the Dead Dad Club, so it's nice to meet another member.
My dad's alive, but he's dead to me.
Yeah, cold on the inside.
He's very alive to me.
He never even came to yell at my games.
Yeah. Sarah, what was the most embarrassed you were at? Do you remember which game and which moment you were the most embarrassed by your dad?
Yeah, well, because I am super tall,
Well, of course, you're half Cyclops.
Yeah. Well, I played catcher, so I would crowd the plate pretty good.
Yeah.
And,
Lesbo. Stop.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, Sarah.
Softball catchers have the best butts.
They do.
I'm sorry.
So, the coach on the other team kept telling them to hit me with a bat, because I was too close. They were like, hit her with the bat. So
Jesus.
At that point, my dad started screaming. Yeah, it was pretty competitive. My dad started screaming.
Then Farmer Fran came walking.
Everyone's Shasta started shaking.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. My dad started screaming. Everyone else, the referee threw my dad out. Threw the other coach, so much of a pussy, you can't go to your car because I'm out here. He said, I'll have my daughter kick your ass. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Wait, did he say he'll have his...
grown-ass men.
Sorry, Sarah. He said he's going to have his girlfriend kick the ref's ass?
His daughter.
I dare you. I dare you to hit her with a bat.
I've waited in a cave in a far town.
Patiently, I've been eating this family-sized Ruffles chips. Picking my moment before I came over there. Hey, little man.
Sarah. Hi, it's human.
It's Human Dan.
Human Dan again, not your cycloptic father. When that happened, when he threatened you to kick the shit out of the ref, what did you do? Were you like, Dad, no? Or were you just like, eh?
I'm pretty about it, so whatever.
Hell yeah. Ride or die, bitch.
I almost just fucking spit my coffee.
Wow. Sarah, how tall are you?
Did you just say I'm about it? So you were like, were you ready to fight the ref?
I would have.
Oh, you are.
Because your dad told you to, or just because you had it in your own heart that you wanted to?
I'm going to take an ass from a cyclops, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
True. You gave me a duh.
You're definitely married, right? You have to be. That kind
Yes,
of that kind of loyalty doesn't go unprivileged or I don't know.
Sarah, I'm in Indianapolis in a couple weeks. I want you to come show up. I'm going to see how tall you are.
Jay's going to be in Indianapolis.
I'm in Indianapolis in a few weeks. Come check it out.
Right on, I will.
Hells yeah. You might have to squat down to get in the door. How tall are you?
5'10".
Okay.
It's funny, my daughter's 5'11", and she's 13. How crazy is that?
Yeah, my daughter's 5'10", and she's only 12.
That's fucking nuts.
What's in the food?
Chip off the old block shoes.
You'll get your height around 13. The worst time to get your height.
You'll have what we call in the giant community a spurt.
Yo, get ready for stretch marks on your back. It's painful, growing pains, and not the kind with Kurt Cameron.
Your vagina will be enormous. Sarah. Hey, it's me again, Human J.
Hey, it's Human Dan and Human J.
Thank you so much for calling. That was a crazy story. Now people are calling in with, I want to hear these crazy, violent stories. Thank you for calling, Sarah. We'll see you in a few weeks. Come check me out. Crackers, Broad Ripple.
You're such a nice lady, Sarah. I didn't get the second.
How about Dutch in Missouri? Listen to this stuff. It's crazy.
Dutch in Missouri sounds like a guy that you served in Vietnam with.
Yeah. Or he's banging your mom.
I was on one of those pontoon boats with Dutch from Missouri.
Dutch and Booger.
Yeah. We were going down the Da Nang. He got clipped.
Because we were able to fancy a helicopter gun onto our riverboat.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I was on enough opiates to make my dick Dutch, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, brother?
So, I started wrestling in a small town in Missouri. Population's about 1,200 people. Whenever I was 5 years old, wrestled until I was 17. Had a serious head injury. Couldn't wrestle for the rest of my life. I went to state, went to nationals, went all the way. Had 7 D1 colleges looking at me, and kind of got messed up.
Yeah.
My story is...
All right, Dutch. Mike Fenoy will fuck you.
Yeah, we got it. You're good.
6 out of 7.
You're good on the mat and good in the sack. We got it. Fenoy is yours.
Just email your name and address to...
So you... But wait, real quick, Dutch. I just want to say this because wrestling is the most psychotic sport.
It turns out, Dan's roommate, our friend Mike Vecchione, was a high school and college wrestler.
Yeah, wrestled at Penn State. In fact, we just had 4 wrestling coaches stay with us for 3 days, and it looked like we were running our own goddamn mercenary team.
Did it look hilarious?
4 of them?
4 of them staying in our apartment.
Oh my God,
so funny.
What, did you just set up mats?
Do they all wear Nike clothes all day?
So much swishing.
Yeah.
There was so much swishing walking around.
Windbreaker pants?
Yeah, so much windbreaker pants.
Bar wraps are all over the place.
Oh, the amount of pure protein in the apartment was startling.
Hey, Dan, you know where I can find some whey in this goddamn neighborhood?
Hey, these cabinets look like a pretty heavy oak. I think there's good protein in oak.
You might have to start gnawing on your flatware.
So, Dutch, you were saying did you see a lot of crazy parents just being a wrestler, or was your parents crazy?
No, my parents were pretty mellow. Every once in a while, my dad would tell me to punch somebody, but one time I was wrestling a kid, and this was like the Rockport Invitational. This is what would make you go on to, like, the qualifications to get to state.
This is your All-Valley Under-18 karate tournament from Karate Kid. Got it.
Basically.
Did you used to watch Vision Quest?
Vision Quest? No.
Oh, man, every wrestler watches Vision Quest.
He just shut that down.
He just hates Modine.
You just hate Matthew Modine. So you're getting ready for this tournament.
Yeah, so I go out to wrestle this kid from Maryville. Maryville kids are usually pretty good. We always want to beat them. And we're in like the first round, and the kid just starts headbutting me. And that's whenever all the parents from Rockport got up and went to the edge of the mat and started screaming at the kid. So
wait, hold on real quick. Hold on, Dutch, because you're losing us in the story. Now, the kids we don't know where Rockport is. It just sounds like you're making up towns. So you were saying the kid who was headbutting you, the parents that were on his side were at the mat screaming, or the parents that were on your side were at the mat screaming?
No, I'm from Rockport.
Got it.
Oh, your parents.
So you're pissed.
My town. Yeah, so everybody's pissed, and they get everybody calmed down. He gets a warning, and him and I end up wrestling some more. I ended up throwing him down and sinking my hips into his shoulder, and I broke his collarbone in 2 places.
Wow.
And whenever I broke the kid's collarbone, all the parents from Maryville started getting up and going to the mat, and I think it was the kid's dad, ran onto the mat and tackled me.
What?
And that's when my dad went out there and got him off of me. And then it was like, you know, in the movies, whenever you see like an all-out bar brawl?
Yeah.
It was almost like that. And one guy ended up breaking the referee's arm.
Wow.
Got an arm bar?
Did somebody get slid down the bar on their belly
Yeah.
and thrown their head through the jukebox?
Yeah, who got thrown through a table? You know what the best part is? What if the parents are like, the reason he was headbutting you is because he's mentally retarded. This was a special match.
Oh, that's legal in our county.
Oh, that's the old headbutt rule. We haven't changed that since 1816. So who won, your dad or his dad?
What's that?
Who won the fight, your dad or his dad?
His dad went to states.
Oh, my dad, definitely.
Yeah, your dad qualified?
Yeah, no one's going to call and tell a story about their dad getting the shit kicked out of him. So. And then that day, I watched my dad get uncorked on.
You're forgetting one of our very first episodes where that kid called in and said his dad got the shit kicked out of him.
Dutch, did you happen to see on the news recently they had a kid that got herpes on all over his face and his forehead from a wrestling mat?
I actually did not, but ringworm was a big thing that we had to
dude.
the mat.
Yeah, Dutch.
I got ringworm all the time.
All the kids
it was fucking everywhere.
Yeah, what it is, it's like a virus that then you have to like shave. All the kids that wrestled on my high school wrestling team one time got ringworm, and they looked around like they had brain surgery because they had to shave the part of their head where the ringworm was to put the cream and the ointment on it.
Did the worm just die?
It's not a worm. It's just that's what ringworm is. It looks like that.
Oh. Did you guys, where'd the worms come from?
Remember those stories? Remember those stories where you like,
are the worms in the mat?
Did it come out of their butt or their ear or their nose?
Could you like entice the worms to come out on their own, or do you need medication?
Was it like in Star Trek where they put the brain worms in the ear and died?
That guy got herpes all over his face from a wrestling mat.
That's gonna be a tough explanation in college. Oh!
I just been head fucking dirty snatched my whole teen years, man. That's what you get growing up.
There's totally a worm that if you put a bowl of soup in front of your mouth, it crawls out, right? Isn't that true? There's like if you get a worm and if you want it to come out, you put a bowl of soup in front of your face and the worm crawls out.
Stop telling your tales from the crypt fairy tales.
It's true, dude. I swear.
Everyone knows the story of the soup worm.
Soup worm.
Mike's the same guy that tells you about the fish that'll swim up your pee in a river and go into your pee.
If you go take a piss in the Amazon and you take a piss in that river, you're going to get a fish up your butt.
Yeah, Mike still checks the toilet for alligators before he shits.
Snakes, man.
Yeah, do you tap the bowl with a stick?
No,
got to knock these spiders loose.
Hey, guy.
Dutch, thank you first off for wrestling all that time because it's just psychotic. I don't know how you
Thank God you don't have face herpes.
Yeah. And thanks for calling in.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to hear crazy stories about how people lost weight or anything, let me know.
Sure.
Absolutely. Thanks, buddy.
You got it, brother. Take care, Dutch. I love knowing a guy named Dutch.
Yeah.
We should take another break, man. This show is flying by again, dude. It's crazy.
I'm probably going to take my pants off.
Yeah, well, it's time to kick back. That's what I think. It's official. It's the bonfire. Hey, campers. Did you oversleep because the bed was too comfortable again? Had you been too busy and needed to recoup with sleep? How did you feel when you woke up? Did you know that getting quality sleep is as important to a healthy lifestyle as a balanced diet and regular exercise? You know I'm an exercise guy, Soder. I've been going at it big hardcore lately.
Yeah, dude, you're getting jacked.
Well, it's easy because my back doesn't hurt anymore. You know why?
Why?
Because these 6 Sleep Number beds that we got.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
The Sleep IQ technology experienced improved sleep quality and more restful time in bed. The Sleep IQ, I'm playing with it now. I'm actually enjoying it. I really am.
I thought we were going to do it together.
We have to do it together, but I mean, we have to try this. Okay. We've had these beds for a while now, and we really got to get into this Sleep IQ technology. I know, I'm a little afraid.
Me too.
It tells you if you toss and turn, tells you if you stop breathing at once. It's in depth. The beautiful thing is that you can adjust the firmness. Your sleep number can be different on both sides of the bed, so that works out perfect for Christine, who is made of cinder block, I guess, because she sleeps on a hammock almost. Her sleep number is 0. Mine is 75.
What?
No, it's not 0. She goes around where you are. She's like 45.
You're 45? That's not bad. I'm 50.
Yeah.
That's good. See, that's why these beds are great for couples, though. One side, you can have it.
What do? You put one on...
I do one super hard, one super firm, and then I just roll around. Sleep number's going to think I'm all over. My sleep IQ is going to be all over the place.
It's like you do great on the left side.
But then you disappear.
You throw wild elbows when you're on the left-hand side of the bed.
And then we think you go to a different dimension.
Well, my sleep number setting is 75. Dan, yours is 50. And you can shape the best sleep of your life with the Sleep Number mattress and Sleep IQ technology. Starting at only $1,099.98. That is just shy of how much, Dan?
$1,100.
Boom. No better sleep with Sleep Number. Find your Sleep Number setting today at a Sleep Number store. Find one near you by going to sleepnumber.com. And be sure, campers, to tell them that the bonfire sent you.
And now back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Hardest working man in show business, James Brown, Monday. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. And, of course, the crew of the Bonfire. Mike Fenoya, Christine,
Fenoich,
Lou Dog, and Jacob. Merkface Andy, places unknown.
Parts unknown. He's on a mish, huh?
I mean, he should be on a mission finding out where the fuck the Golf Channel is, because they're broadcasting, but they're not across the hall. And then
I thought they broadcast at 8.
No, they go 7, dude.
No.
I can't even see them on the schedule.
We're
now.
done at 8, bro.
I know. And are they 7?
They're 7.
I think
Have they canceled the golf show?
No, they're not, because I just saw a tweet. Here's how I know. Here's how I know they didn't cancel the golf show. Because I follow Deb on Twitter, right? She doesn't follow me. I thought, hey, that's respectful. She's got to keep it separate.
Yeah.
But then I check who she's following, Jacob. Big J. She's following Jay.
Sorry, Jacob.
Not only that, Jacob, not only that, and she's following the show. I mean, my Twitter's right fucking there.
Yeah.
Go to the Bonfire Twitter.
She likes the short game.
Yeah, well,
That's my nickname, short game.
Well, I'll tell you this, Deb, if you're listening, it hurts.
It does hurt.
You and Janessa have hurt me.
Yeah, Janessa was going, man, not popular on Twitter right now.
Yeah, Janessa's getting banged up on Twitter.
She's getting pretty banged up on Twitter.
I'll tell you this is possibly the best thing ever. This is why this radio show is so great, is because Jay brought his old crush up. She's just taking a whooping on Twitter now. It's fucking
She's
great.
losing clients.
It's just great. I own a dance studio.
I can't affect how people are going to respond to her.
Nah, man, you know what? This is trial by the people.
She didn't want me for protection.
Speaking of protection, we were talking about psycho parents of sports kids. We had some fucking great stories. And your dad wasn't a psycho. He'd just sit there, Fanoia, and just watch you.
He was just like, he was my coach during like little league stuff, you know, but then like he left it up to everybody else's parents basically after that. But he would stand in center field for baseball and in the end zone for football.
What a psycho!
It was more just like he wanted nothing to do with like communicating with any other parents. Like he just wanted to just stand alone and then like complain about it later.
He just wanted to breathe heavy through his nose in center field.
Yeah, he wanted to twitch his mustache.
You're just grumbling. That's like,
that's exactly what he did.
Goddamn double play.
When he coached Little League football, it was great because we ran tons of trick plays. It was all like, he was like in Oklahoma. He was a gambler, so he paid attention to a lot of like college football.
I just
so he
imagine
would do like the whole like fake snap, like the little fat kid Jeff would like fake snap, and we'd all run left, and then he'd run right, and like it would just make Jeff Stakes. He'd get a touchdown.
These little fat kids.
I imagine him taking like a filterless Lucky Strike out of his mouth and going, all right, this is a fun one. It's called the Kansas City Polka Dot. I learned this one. On the tracks down in Kentucky.
Betting the ponies.
Yeah, Mike's dad looks straight up OTB. Like,
great.
You're hitting the nail on the head. My dad used to have to drive my grandfather, who was blind, to High-Lie. Did you have? Colorado didn't have High-Lie.
No, we didn't have High-Lie.
My grandfather went blind.
I know what High-Lie is, but they do it here?
Milford, Connecticut.
I thought that was where you would find like. I thought that's where like you do.
Dude, it was Cuba,
major drug
Miami,
transactions in like Panama or something.
Yeah. Cuba, Miami, and Milford, Connecticut had High-Lie.
Milford, Connecticut.
It's so weird. I don't know why, but yeah, my old man used to have to drive my grandfather there when he was 14 and like put in bets and stuff. So he was a big like OTB.
On High-Lie?
Yeah.
It's like, poor people island racquetball.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
It's pretty, dead on. Milford, Connecticut had it. I have no idea why.
I like that.
No idea why.
Why would they gamble on that?
How do you gamble on it?
No, but what, like, I'm going to get my question straight here. Why gamble? There's so much to gamble on in the world. Why gamble on that?
Maybe there's better odds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is there like a reason?
It was, from what I've heard, a lot of High-Lie was rigged, too. Like, you could pretty much, like, Tevin would always win in the 14th. So
your dad knew a guy who knew a guy?
Yeah, guys know guys.
He loves the throw in the slop. He loves the throw in the slop.
It's a pretty hardcore game.
I'll tell you this kid's got the fastest cone hand you've ever seen.
I got a tip. His girlfriend dumped him 2 days ago. She's pregnant.
I know all the inside words.
His head's not in the game.
I know the underground High-Lie guy.
I was the best High-Lie handicapper in all High-Lie. All of Milford, Connecticut knew who I was.
They said I was from the future.
Everything from the Ace Hardware all the way down to the Dunkin' Donuts knew my name.
When you played sports, did your mom and Joe show up?
Little bit.
Yeah, we're about the same.
I just kind of did my thing, man. Like, I don't know. And I didn't really, like, nothing really stuck in my ass too much. Now, the rare occasion where, like, Joe came to one or two of my basketball games or something, like, I thought it was cool that he was there. I wanted to impress him. But, I mean, like, when he didn't come, I wasn't like, I didn't give a shit. I kind of just wanted to go play, and
my mom was
good.
My mom was super supportive from the age of like 5.
T to D?
T to D, Trish the Dish. 5 to 12, super supportive. And then it was just like, you just go do your own thing. But this is what I remember. I was telling Vecchione this story. I wrestled when I was 5, 6, and 7.
That's a funny time to just have to do it.
Yeah, and I wasn't an aggressive kid, so I wasn't good at wrestling.
Mommy, help!
At that age, you're either like you're aggressive or you're not.
Sure.
And at 5 years old, I was like, I liked wrestling, but I was like, well, I don't want to be mean to this kid. And then the kid would just mow me over. It's just some piece of Plains trash from Sterling, Colorado. Just
I still don't sort of get about that stuff. It's like a fighting. I remember one of the most uncomfortable things, and I've been in a bunch of not a zillion, but I've been in probably an odd amount of than you would think street fights.
Yeah.
But I filmed something that never went anywhere with Vecchione, your roommate, one of my best friends, a couple years ago, and we had to get in a boxing ring, put on boxing gloves, sort of oversized gloves even too. They just want us to sort of headgear, everything, and they want us to kind of spar, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's why I'm so confused by Louis J. Gomez, our friend, when he fought the Legion of Skanks intern.
Well, hopefully we're going to reach out to him. Hopefully we can have him on the show next week to promote an upcoming fight.
Oh, Louis, yeah.
That we will both.
Yeah, we're both going to be at.
We'll both be at. But here's the thing about when I wrestled, I just wasn't, like you said, you hated it. And I kind of was the same thing, even though I loved playing football. I loved hitting people in football.
Right.
It's a different thing when you're wrestling because it's much more intimate and you're like, this person, if they have more aggression or more anger, you're like, okay, take it easy.
Yeah.
Like while they're mashing you into the mat, you're like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of like what you pick. It's why I said I always liked ideal positions that I was never able to play because my side, they always want to be like the lineman.
You got to be aggressive as a lineman.
I know, but I was like, to me, the positions were, I can be aggressive when I feel there's aggression coming at me. So I liked being like fullback, or I'm not talking about neighborhood football. I would never play on an organized team, these positions. Tight end sort of thing.
Great position.
Catch a ball. Because if someone grabbed me to tackle me aggressively, I can aggressively shrug, try to push them off and get. But I couldn't just if a guy's running, I feel bad. Going, am I just going to mow this dude over with all my might? It just feels. Well, and as some of you grew up with her, you don't. Vecchione does have that.
I played outside linebacker, and it was more I liked it for the sport, reading option and trying to intercept pitches and shit. If I had to drill someone,
chasing someone, it was kind of fun to chase someone.
Yeah, the sport was fun, but I never went to hit someone to put him out of the fucking game.
Well, I think that's what changed me because after wrestling, all I wanted to do was just fucking nail people. But I wrestled as
You liked popping people.
Oh,
in football, yeah.
I wasn't.
A good hit is great.
I wasn't good at football. I was just good at running my giant head into people. But they remember because of my grandma's egg sandwiches.
They called him the Ram
with the shells in them.
I have a calcified head.
Oh, that's right, from your mom's shell
Soder
sandwiches.
had to wear a Don Beebe helmet. Remember, he had an extra half a helmet.
The satellite helmet. So but when I was wrestling when I was 5, I'll never forget this. You want to talk about psycho parents? It was a wrestling tournament, and it was in a huge high school gymnasium with all the bleachers pushed back and all the mats out, and it seemed like it was at a to me it might as well have been Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
it was massive. I was 5 years old, and I wrestled some kid with a rat tail from the mountains.
Great.
It was just fucking aggressive,
inbred, fucking hillbilly.
But he had muscles.
You say she's got? Did you fight a large woman?
Yeah, a mountain woman. No, it was this kid with a rat tail. He had those 5-year-olds that have muscles, and you're like, how do you have muscles?
No,
he coughed the first 4 years of his life.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jack from coffee.
My little brother was like that. He had a 6-pack at a year and a half.
Kids all core.
Yeah,
smoked cigarettes at 6.
Yeah, his mom's walking by his crib just blowing shit in it. So he's like,
just little ripped kids.
Yeah. So this kid, I just remember at 5 years old how viciously he beat me in wrestling because he shoved my face into the mat, and I was just like, I don't like this.
Kid, he's mopping the floor with you.
So I lose, right, dude? I remember having his shoulder in my face as he just pushed me on the ground and pinned me, and I get up and I'm 5. And I see my mom, and I just got manhandled. So I start crying. I'm like, I lost. And I'm like, this 5-year-old kid just crying, and I'm like, not losing it, my mom has to come get me, but walking off and just my head under my hand, trying to hide it.
Yeah,
at 5 years old, having an
first time getting your
ass whooped.
Yeah, totally,
dude. This fucking dad, I'll never forget it. I went to high school with his kids, and I almost want to find my yearbook and look up this motherfucker's last name. This dad goes, "What are you, a crybaby? You're a crybaby!" And I'm fucking crying.
Wow.
Walking to my mom, dude. My dad, by the way, gone. So I'm just like, oh
man,
God.
that's brutal.
That kid was a bit of a sissy, Mayor.
This guy
just finishing a high C.
Yeah. What a bitch. Dude, I'll never forget that moment.
He's eating your lunch.
Brutal.
What's that?
He's eating your lunch. That sucks. Your mom got up and put her arms out to hug you, but she just walked right past you and made out with that little ripped kid.
She goes, come here. Come here. Ooh, look, it just ran her fingers down his abs.
Oh, your mom must be a smoker.
Yeah, he goes,
hey, I'm Trish. Trish the Dish.
Hi, I've got a lot of boys. I've got a lot of girlfriends. Because I got muscles. I've got muscles. Look at my muscles. I can do it any way you want. Do you want to do it laying on your side, or you can get on top? I can just power drive you. By the way, heavy comer. I put real big loads. I'm ready to go right again. I come quick, but I just pop right back out.
I love
If I give you $1 bazillion, can you take me to the park?
How have we not talked about this yet?
There's always time, buddy. I was going to do it in the last segment. I thought, let's talk about our excitement.
I mean,
so much excitement.
I guess I just got all dizzy remembering that man laughing at me when I was a crying child.
It's been a crazy. There's a whole bunch of things to talk about, but we had a great time today. We've talked about. There's been. I mean, we should have probably said early on the show. Rest in peace, Gary Shandling. Gary Shandling,
one of the best of all time.
Larry Sanders Show, fantastic. It's Gary Shandling Show. When I was a kid on Fox, I used to think that was hilarious. I felt like he was always 45 years old, and then one day he was 70 and he died.
The movie where he had the vibrating penis was the first time where he was an alien with a vibrating penis. I don't know if you remember it. That was like my first introduction, and I thought that was the funniest thing. And then my dad's like, no, he's like an amazing stand-up comedian. And then he put on his stand-up comedy, and I was like, I didn't find it as funny as the vibrating.
Funny, no,
I didn't find it funny at all.
You know, it's funny. I'm actually super unfamiliar with his comedy, but I thought Larry Sanders was brilliant, and I thought it's Gary Shandling Show.
I just found out HBO re-required the rights to the Larry Sanders Show. They're gonna start fucking. So I'm gonna rewatch that shit.
Yeah, I am too. I watched him when I was like pretty young. I didn't even know if I got.
Now
what it was.
Yeah, wait till you go back. That's what I like about now, like all the technology. Like I bought The Critic, the complete season, and I loved that show.
Nice.
But I bought a bunch of Simpsons DVDs, and you forget how many fucking great jokes just went over your head because you were fucking 9.
Is that what you're doing with your money? You're just becoming a DVD collector now?
Yeah, a technology that's
could be worse.
Yeah. Dude, I got all the Dr. Katz's.
Dude, if you want to go real crazy, I got Buzzkill from MTV. I have to start going to
20 minutes.
See some obscure television shows. I spent
Real World Season 5, which is where, Lou?
5.
St. Louis.
Oh, he knows for real.
Look it up.
St. Louis.
Cross-reference that. I don't think there's been a Real World St. Louis. And
Yeah,
also,
there
by the
has.
way,
There has been a Real
He's
World
actually
St.
wrong.
Louis.
It's Seattle.
5, are you sure?
Here's where it goes. It goes New York, San Francisco, L.A., or does it go New York, L.A.?
Which one was the black kid that got kicked off?
That was L.A.
That was right.
Yeah.
You guys want to look for the answers inside each other's pee holes?
Hold on. We're gonna play. Hold on. It's a Real World challenge.
Okay.
I'm going to say season 5, Boston was 4.
Right, okay.
Did they go south?
5 is Seattle. Is 5 Seattle? Is season 5 of Real World Seattle?
Miami.
I hate you.
Miami?
I'm saying Miami.
Oh, you're almost going to get dropped. I almost just punched you in the side of the head. For no hand.
I saw it coming.
Did you?
Christine, you just start getting paid on this job, and you can't find out a simple thing like
We got the boss man. Watch you breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
Is season 5 Seattle?
Geordie Comedy Central is sitting in studio today, breathing right down your goddamn
The
neck.
son of Richard Comedy Central. Everyone knows his father owns Comedy Central. It's been a family brand.
I call him Dick CC. I've been talking to him Soder a lot. I hope that's cool.
Yeah, dude, it's cool, bro, because I have been talking to Mrs. CC.
Oh, nailed it.
It's Miami?
Yeah.
What was Seattle?
7.
Mike Fenoya wins the queefiest person on microphone today.
And that was a complete guess. I stopped watching after Puck.
What was
He put his finger in my AIDS peanut butter.
He put his finger in my...
That's a good Pedro.
Oh, it's a great
Snub
picture.
rocket.
Hey, what season St. Louis? I don't think there's even been a St. Louis.
Was that Road Rules?
No, it wasn't. It was Lou lying to us.
Lou just made up a city somewhere.
Real World 23, Milford High Lie.
Oh, was that real word? Burlington, Missouri?
Hasbrook Heights.
He's just naming a bunch of secondary markets.
Real world Hackensack.
Was that real world Akron? I forget.
Is that real world Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio?
Oh, is that Road Rules Odebolt?
I want to spend just a couple seconds here to find out what happened. Me and Fenoya heard this a little bit earlier. You said you don't know much about it. Margaret Cho, I saw the Stress Factory released a statement about the night.
Like a diatribe. Vinny wrote like a huge thing that was like, to our fans, we apologize. Margaret Cho's always been a professional. Unfortunately, sometimes as a comic, it doesn't work out. The Late Show happened to be that. And that's how he started. And then went on to talk about how, like,
is this it right here?
was very intriguing. Yeah, it's a novel. It's like the Odyssey. I mean, literally.
Does Sarah's dad die at the hands of Ulysses?
Margaret Cho got stuck on the sirens.
She apparently flipped out, but you know what's hilarious? Just like, and I don't want to equate it. Obviously, I don't think it was as racially
Kramer
provocative as Michael Richards, but it really is so funny when comics do lose their shit like that. A certain version of losing your shit on stage does come down to I like when the attitude of it gets very oh yeah, look at you out there living in your perfect world. Yeah. So, it's almost like they get like Charles Manson-y. Yeah. You see the real, you're in prison in your minds, man.
You guys don't even understand that what you're stepping on is a lie. I'm on the only truth here, and that's the stage.
But I mean, again, it puts me in a weird position because I wasn't there for the set, and I always take side. I mean, I think Margaret Cho, I don't know what the hell's happened. I used to think she was a cute, funny chick, and now she looks like an odd, old ninja trainer dude, or she looks horrible.
I think she's still. I find her. So what happened?
You think she's still what?
I saw, one of her last specials wasn't that bad.
Apparently she was talking.
I thought she was still funny.
I don't know.
A couple years ago.
Yeah,
in that picture, she looks like the chick in Orange is the New Black.
She does fashion police shit now, so it's kind of out of my world. But my point is, when she was younger, I thought she was funny. But then again, that was before the wave of Asian comedians doing this is what my mom and dad sound like.
Well, she was the first one.
Sure, probably. I mean, but I don't know.
I guess she talked about being a rape victim and then pointed out white males saying something about how they're more privileged, and then the crowd turned on her.
She started saying you can hear complaining about white people, which is a hilarious thing for an Asian girl. You usually hear a black comic talking about fucking white people complaining. It's pretty funny to hear an Asian girl doing that. And again, before we play this, the gripe I have that I don't know, I always still take Team Comic is because the guy goes, some guy in the audience goes, God, it was Saturday. It's this is the comedy right before Easter. I mean, rape. And I'm like, the subject matter doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference as long as you're trying to make it funny, but it looks like she was past it looks like she's up there doing on that level at this point of kind of I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want, fucking assholes.
Well, that's where immediately the crowd will turn, is when the comic's just I don't give a fuck. Let it all just burn down.
Try to keep it. You could always see. I don't know. There's something in me that I think you have too. I hope. Maybe you don't. That's not your.
I can't let it burn.
It's instincts. It's not that. I can be furious, but I can still be keeping. I mean, almost if it makes sense. While I'm telling a guy, when the show's over, I'd love to go outside and punch you in the face. If you're gonna wait around after the show, I'll come outside after the show. I have that, but I'm never getting to the whole thing where if the crowd started turning on me from that, I'd be like, "Are you guys really mad at me?" And I would still try to get them back around. There's some kind of a thing. I have no interest in being on stage being boo me, right, sure, whatever you say.
We have the exact same thing because
I'd be almost fuck the crowd. I'm going to leave. I'm going to say this is not happening. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Before I got on that preachy to people who were just turned completely. You're not going to turn them right back around.
Not only that, but I think yes, I agree with you.
I can turn a quiet, timid, bunk, weird, nervous crowd around, but if a crowd's really going boo you, they just hate something about me, right? Or I said something that just turned them all hard. I'm not gonna.
Well, it's pointless
calm them down and get them back.
It's pointless to fight that. But what I was saying is, I have that thing where even if the person fucking makes me super angry, I'll still be trying to be funny with that anger.
Yeah.
I've had a guy at Cap City in Austin, Late Show, drunk, fat Texas dude, cowboy boots. I walk on, I mean, like the crowd's giving the feature and the MC little to nothing. I get on stage. He's got his, and it's because of this guy. It's because of this one guy. He's just in the front row and he's just fucking everything up. And immediately you would like, yeah, you're right. Like other comics would be like, get this fucking guy out of here. Like I just went and started shitting on. I was so mad. I just started shitting on him, and then it made the crowd be like, oh, this is great. And then, but I fucking hated him.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, they were like, that was hilarious. And you're like, I was so mad.
Yeah, I've had so many of those times where I've actually like. When you go outside after a show to find somebody, and people are like, "Oh, that was so funny the way you ripped that guy apart," and you're like, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah, they have
like,
no idea.
And they're like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Oh man, you really shut that guy down. You know, it was so funny." Like, and you're like, "Cool, thank you, man." And they're like, and you're almost like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm waiting to actually fucking like headbutt that guy in the nose when he walks."
I asked him if he was proud of himself at the end of the show. I go, "Are you proud of yourself for just fucking for conducting yourself like that in public?" He goes, "Oh, but that was a good time, wasn't it, buddy?" And he's like that big
ridiculous.
Texas slap on the shoulder, and you're like, "Fuck you." But I mean, you have the video up of her. I don't think that's what this. I think she was trying to. I think Funny left the building a while ago. I think she was trying to prove
by
a
this
point.
point. I think,
by this point,
and by the time the video was taped, I think a lot of people had already left because you could hear someone go. Most of the people left already.
The world might end. I don't understand exactly what brought you here, but no, you will never get a cent of the money back that you paid.
So a guy's on stage just screaming at her.
Well, that's Mark, the dude that works at Stress Factory, trying to like get
in between in the hat.
Listen here, Data from Goonies.
I don't care if you got a boxing glove under that trench coat. I'm going to come right up close to you.
You're going to need those oil slick shoes when I'm done with you.
Are you crazy?
Speaking of which...
This is one of those things, though, that
this is a hard
11th hour taping. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what happened.
It's just hard to move.
No, I know, but it's just like the full audience melt, man. Like, and look, I'm not wishing it on myself ever. Is it possible to happen? Absolutely, I guess. But I mean, I've had last time I had it was when we did that black show down in
God, I was telling
it all turned. Like that show completely turned on me.
Oh man!
But I mean, I was being funny the whole time, the whole way, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go. Like you guys just hate whatever.
You even left in a funny way. You dropped the mic.
Yeah,
it was a hilarious way to leave the show.
There are quite a few elements in this that, like, you know, it's the late show. It's Saturday night. Maybe people are ripped.
It's also
Maybe
that guy.
Happened.
That guy had a state trooper haircut
totally
that was getting kicked out.
Yeah, absolutely. But I guess what Vinny.
That's what happens is when women have the same haircut as state troopers, there's immediate friction because they don't know how to. He's like, that girl's got a haircut like one of my friends.
We don't have to take the call, but Bryce in Indiana writes he feels that Bill Burr did the same thing as that in Philly, but he got the crowd back.
Yeah, he got the crowd back.
One, he sort of didn't get the crowd back. Actually, it's a funny video to listen to, but no, the crowd does not get into what he's doing. They're actually Philly, especially people that come out to like an O&A show at that time, is like a very blue collar. Like, no, they don't want to sit there while guys shitting on Philly. They don't think it's funny. I'm not saying there wasn't pockets that thought it was good, but he didn't get the people that wanted to hate it. He did not get back. He just had I don't give a fuck thing about it anymore.
It's one of my favorite videos in comedy.
It's legendary almost. I'm just saying to you that it's like my point just being like it's just the only thing Bryce like he didn't really get him back. It just became it's a hilarious video, and he's being funny the whole time.
That's the whole point.
But he did his time, but it was not like no, he did not enjoy that.
The other side of the coin is that like Chappelle in Hartford, when he you know, people went up, like a lot of my friends were at that show, and nobody was being a dick to Chappelle. They were just yelling. I mean, first of all, it's a rock venue, just like Burr was in that enormous room, and it's like not necessarily
same room essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And then like people yelled out what they wanted to hear, and Chappelle instead just smoked cigarettes until he did the time he needed to do up there until he got paid, and then walked off. So he did the opposite, I feel. Like, instead of muscling through, he threw in the towel so quick.
But again, this is the same thing we're talking about with the Margaret Cho video. You don't know everything that happened.
You don't know the whole, You
don't know what
some people that were at the Hartford show said people were just yelling out, like, I'm Rick James, and he was getting
I saw Chappelle when he came back from Africa. I saw him in 2006 at the Ava Amphitheater in Tucson, Arizona.
Did he bring you a mask back, an African mask?
And I was like, dang.
Because I did that for Mike Vecchio when I went to Africa.
Oh, cool. Well, you didn't do it for me. So anyways, but I was second row. I'm, a massive Chappelle fan.
Sure.
I'm second row at this, and he can't get through a bit without someone yelling out crack or I'm Rick James or fucking pancake. There's yelling out like, like shit like that. And so there's almost a point where you're like, I get it.
Yeah, no.
If you're trying to start a bit and someone just keeps yelling shit out at you, you're like, fuck you. I don't want to do this bit for you. I'm also a big Chappelle fan. So
I mean, it's not like, again, it does have something to do with your sentiment about it. When people are yelling that stuff out, maybe that's sort of Chappelle's reaction is like a, fuck you, I don't want to do that. Your reaction really shouldn't be, fuck you, I don't want to do that for you. It wasn't just be like...
But that's Hartford. I'm saying he's probably gone through years of that. His reaction when I saw him in Arizona was, he was hilarious. This lady yelled out, Dave for president, and he goes, president? I couldn't even do 3 seasons on cable. It was like, just blew the whole fucking place up. It's awesome. But it was like...
That's what he could have done in Hartford, in my opinion. Like take it and deflect it. And
but how much has he gotten worn down? That's the question.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to be that big. I mean, that's the price of success and fame, I think, sometimes.
Dude, Louis was
I'm not sticking up for the people that are being drunk assholes. I think whoever books the Meadows Amphitheater, which I've been to millions of concerts, it's not a comedy venue.
Yeah. Well, dude...
no, they're really not.
At the Cellar... Louis was telling a story at the table about when he did the Garden. He walked to the mic and the crowd was going nuts, and one guy in the front row just yells out, "You're not funny anymore."
Yeah. He told me that story too. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you're like, that was like one of those things where you're like, holy shit, I wouldn't know how to react. I would be crumbling on the inside.
You're not funny anymore. It's great. You should just kick a guy like that out.
Yeah, but at that rate, an audience the size of the Garden, if Louis starts the show by going, "Get him out of there,"
you're
like, did that guy have a rifle? Or
really?
We got to take one more break. Just bring closer to the show. Mike Fenoya said it. Margaret Cho, a raging racist.
He said it.
We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
I didn't say it.
Hey, this is Mark Norman. You're listening to The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder. Enjoy it. Their careers won't last.
Bust it open, bro. It's The Bonfire. Big J. Oakerson, Dan Soder, hanging out with us. Mikey Fenoya, Mike Fenoya.
What's up?
Christine, Lou, Jacob, back with us from sunny
Jacob,
Florida.
back from Florida.
Growing mustaches.
Yeah, dude, your mustache looking good, Jacob.
You like his man style
mustache.
Jacob, we gotta start getting you ready for the Bonfire ladies. The ladies of the Bonfire. So we're working out a deal with a sponsor.
Trying to shave your ass down.
Trying to shave you down.
I'm all in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to grease you up so hard.
I don't think you have a choice. Physically, you have to be in.
Christine's
I'm going to train for this.
Christine's going to have such a girl boner when this happens.
Yeah.
Balls.
She's going to rub her hand down your torso and then faint.
I had such an exciting moment this weekend while I was in Wilmington, which I will say, and we should both say about both of our respective clubs. Dead Crow Wilmington, again, so awesome.
Charlie Goodnights.
4 amazing shows. Staff is so cool. Christine came down with me. Just the comics down there are great. All good people. Everyone hangs out. It's a real cool community of comedy down there. And I just really, the Dead Crow Comedy Club, I can't say enough about it. They're fantastic. Please, I will be down there again. The people of Wilmington, please come out and see me again.
And I'll be there in July.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at Charlie Goodnights, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Where I will be whenever they book me. They've never booked me there ever.
Well, they should, because it's a great club and you're a great comedian.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
While I was at Dead Crow this weekend, outside, smoking a cigarette, Christine runs over to show me that we were tweeted at by a verified Corey Feldman.
What?
Very exciting. He called you Dave.
Felddog.
Dave.
So here's the thing. That's what happened. I get a text from Jay in between shows. He's like, "Did you see it?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Go check Twitter." And then I was tagged in it. And I was like, "Oh, cool. Corey Feldman called me Dave."
He goes, "Thanks to Jay." And he shout out to Jay and Dave of the Bonfire.
Dave Soder.
Here's what happened. I guess we have an explanation, right?
Well, also, my mom, Christine tagged it on Facebook. My mom sees it on Facebook. She calls.
T to D?
She goes, yeah, T to D sees it. And she goes, "Do you remember that time at that wedding where I introduced you as Dave?" And I was
Your mom?
To Corey Feldman?
My mom was hammered at a wedding. talking.
Your mom forgot your name.
And then I walked up, and my mom goes, "This is my son, Dave." And I go, "That's not my name. My name's Dan."
And the dish was all whacked out.
Dude, she had wine. She had wine teeth.
Dish. Dish.
She got so embarrassed. She was like, "I'm sorry." But Corey Feldman pulled the T of the D.
Feldog actually corrected himself. He said, blames autocorrect.
My bad. Sorry, that was meant to say Dan. I did those from my phone, and we all know autocorrect.
Now, here's what happened.
And apparently autocorrect didn't correct all of the grammatical errors in that tweet. So
that was a lie.
I call fable.
Very exciting. I thought it was so cool. I had Christine reply to, next time you're in New York, to please come on the show. He says he'd love to, just please to call off the hecklers from our fans because they're heckling. Now, apparently,
they're heckling him?
The story behind this apparently is actually more that somebody, one of our fans, donated to his thing, which we'll put up again. We have to
sent
put
me
that
a
out.
link to Reddit where a guy said he donated money in our name. That's
to
all
his
I know.
Ascension Angels project. We have to find out more information on that. We want to get him in here. Stop shitting on him if you are to his Twitter. And I'll say that because are you like this too? Like there's plenty to make fun of Corey Feldman. I don't know if he gets that or not, but there's plenty to make fun of.
Yes.
At the same time, like I want him to come in and be like
feel
ridiculous
safe.
And feel safe and also have a good time. I'm not like it's still Corey Feldman, man. It's still the mouth. It's still Edgar Frog.
Yeah.
So I mean, like as we laugh at him, let's not try to shit on a person.
And maybe he can
attack them.
Did you ever think that maybe the Bonfire might be a lyric in one of his songs someday?
No, here's actually more what I'm saying. If you want us to convince this guy to come in here and do a ridiculous dance while he has girls and bras behind him, then you got to shake the fuck up, is what I'm saying. Okay? I get it. We're all giggling, but please, be nice.
Yeah, hey.
Be nice.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. I can't believe this show is, this is insane.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, we got to go.
It's done. We're over.
Oh, that's usually why I know it's time to leave. Now I know it's really time.
I told him to change it with Ascension Millennium.
I said, no. I'm going to be in Edmonton, Canada, getting our ghillie suits when I go perform at the comic strip.
This weekend?
No, not this weekend. The weekend after.
Gotcha.
I should know the dates, right?
Get those ghillies.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to get the ghillie suits. And I even
tell the boys in the mall radio station that I said hi.
Shastina.
Dude, I even have confirmation from Comedy Central that we might possibly get this funded.
Our ghillie suits?
Our ghillie suits might be funded by the fucking network. And
How fun would that
April
be?
7th through the 9th, I'm going to be at the comic strip in Edmonton, West Edmonton Mall, getting my ghillie suit on. You know what?
Gig.
I'll even invite some campers to come out ghillie suit and shopping with me.
Dude,
enjoy all the ball yogurt I left on that sheet.
Oh, dude, did you jerk it a lot?
I did bathroom tugs there, bro.
It's a great bathroom for tugging.
It is. You get a good wide stretch in your legs.
Yeah,
it's wide.
Yeah.
2 bathrooms too.
2 bathrooms too. I will be. I'm going every weekend. I'm
working.
Mall of America, House of Comedy, Minneapolis, Minnesota this weekend coming up. The next weekend after that, I am in Boston, Laugh Boston. The weekend after that, Crackers, Indianapolis.
And then Moon Tower
after that. I got something after that. I don't remember what it is right now, but a whole bunch of stuff. BigJComedy.com, at Big J Oakerson on Twitter. Follow us on The Bonfire.
Damn if you're listening, at Dan Soder on Twitter.
At Dan Soder on Twitter. Follow us at The Bonfire, at The Bonfire SXM. Mikey, you want to plug your stuff, buddy?
Yeah, MikeFenoya.com /calendar for dates, at Mike Fenoya, and Finer Things Show on the Kumia Network. So check it out.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever,
Can't say his
bro.
name here.
Just kidding. We love you, campers.
Crackle,
Peace.
crackle.